at this. Ah! What the fuck? I died!
You will receive a letter on
Welcome everyone. I know that there's been a big break since I last uploaded, but that's because this video has been in the works for a good while. 'Tis the season for spooks and scares, and I'm here to fulfill that wish that you have for a nice bit of haunting. The title is actually a lie, you see. I'm playing 4 games today, but the 4th one is Freaky Gojo on Roblox, so it's a lot scarier than the others automatically. I've lined up these games scrolling through itch.io, so I'll be ranking them worst to best, explaining the stories for them, and show off some funny moments of my reactions. Come on, please, for the love of God, reach 250. Super. Without any more delays, let's start with the best of the 4 games. Bad Parenting 1 Mr. Redface is our first game today, and it's the best without a shadow of a doubt because while the game is incredibly linear and story driven, the way things connect is what makes me fall in love with it, and damn did it get me good sometimes. So let's get into it, shall we?
This one's called Bad Parenting. Yeah.
Come back to old Yazoo.
The game starts off with our parents arguing with each other, as we, the main character, Ron, are told we'll get a nice gift from Mr. Redface if we sleep early tonight on our birthday.
Ugly ass.
After being spooked awake and seeing the big red face drop off our gift, we get Mini Ron.
What the fuck? The doll talks!
After the doll explains his functions and we fail to open the closet, we go to the kitchen for some grub. After ignoring his mom's note on the fridge, he doesn't take his meds, and the doll displays some more magic to us because he's badass like that.
Alcohol? Whoa, what the fuck?
After that, we realize that his dad has been taken away by Mr. Redface for being a bad boy. Us being an innocent little kid, however, strive to save him, and so we head out to save him using their closet because ours won't open. I wonder why. We managed to get it to work first try, no issues, none at all.
I'm not looking.
We get to this weird place and talk to this Courage the Cowardly Dog looking ass character to find our dad, and then we get jump scared by 3 little shits who want to play, but we're on a mission, so we gotta hurry for Papa. We get in and, it's a sight to see.
You don't look very well.
Oh look, something in the corner.
Spell.
We come to with our mom being very normal, and we're in the closet trying to explain everything, but she brushes it off because we don't take our meds. Well, it's time to sleep. Oh, what's that?
Whoa! Oh, sorry, soundboard. Soundboard! Soundboard!
After that incident, Mama promised to skip work to stay with us for a change, but when we come to, she's gone. We go back to our room and see our dog got the shit beaten out of it by his master, and tells us our mother has been taken away by the Red Man. And using our spell we stole from the prison, we have a chance to save her and defeat him. It's darker and quiet in the portal room. All eyes on the prison room where our mother is, and it's up to us to save her. After absolutely evaporating him with this plasma grenade effect, We go back to our home where our doll is fading away as a result of us killing the master. This is where we finally get the truth of the entire situation, when our doll tells us to check in on our parents. We see the argument they had when we slept early. Our mom unsurprisingly having an affair and deciding on a divorce, kicking out our dad from the house. Our doll was never the one to drink the bottle and shatter it, but it was our dad with a flushed red face. He walked slowly to our room. We get a look inside and realize the truth of the game. We died at the very beginning, and everything else has been our doll being the part of us that knows the truth, trying to get us to accept the reality of the situation. We've been locked in that closet, dead and gone, for 14 days. After the murder, our dad hides in a cheap motel room where he feels regret and is haunted by his actions. Our mother never sees us during the day, so she realized too little too late about our body. When speaking to the police, which was the second prison room, our spell made it in, which revealed to the cops our dad's motel hiding place. All truths have been revealed. We beat Mr. Redface, we got a funeral for us, and the children in the portal room are more than ready to welcome us in. Each one's final place of death suddenly hits us like a truck. A child killed in a car accident, one burned alive, and another buried alive. Here in the afterlife, Ron can finally get to rest. So, what a trip, huh? This game is deserving of the popularity it's garnered over the past month for good reason. Horror games that can scare you without forcing jump scares or loud sounds, but just by the actions taking place, are what truly make a game scary. One of the scariest aspects of the game is just how real it all is. Not all parents are equal, and in extreme cases like this, their bitter and jealous emotions can cause them to act up into doing something truly disgusting. Bad Parenting is absolutely ranked number 1 on this month's list of horror games, easily being a sweet 10 out of 10. Assessment Examination is kind of mid. I played this one because I saw it was a browser game and I didn't need to download it, but I should have known that it'd just be a point and click little thing. So there's not much to say here besides the story for the game. The game is basically grounded in the story of the Mandela Catalog alternates, which I'm personally not into at all, so I didn't realize that when I first started. The game starts with you trying to get a job with the AAD, and you basically click yes or no for every single prompt, and the farther you go on, you get small stories. Not to sound like a downer or anything, but it's really not intriguing to me with everything that happens, because for a horror game, it's not really any different than watching a video than to be the one making decisions. So I'm just going to skip over everything and explain the 3 different endings in the game because, well, the gameplay doesn't exactly correlate to the endings. The way to access all 3 endings is to get a mix of right and wrong answers during the game, to get all the questions right and then all of them wrong. The most common one, which is the right and wrong decisions ending, basically has you hear the final phone call from Francisco Estrada, who had a death in the middle of the game, and he sounds like a huge stoner, holy shit.
Maybe light a joint. Oh, no, he'll get pissed off about it, alright. But what's he gonna do, fire me?
Ending 2 of right answers sheds a little backstory on the little boy in the story who was an alternate killing Francisco, and then swaps perspectives to an unknown neighbor writing down his thoughts about how he sees and hears all the shit going down with the alternates, and that his best course of action is to pretend he never saw a thing.
Wouldn't let that shit happen to me though.
Ending 3 of getting everything wrong, you get an ending which is basically Little Red Riding Hood and the Big Bad Wolf, but alternates, and that's more or less it. I'm not the best at this specific story due to my lack of interest in the Mandela Catalog, but I'm sure someone else will enjoy this more than me, but because of that, it gets placed right at the bottom. Freaky Gojo! So Roblox has a fuck ton of horror games on there, and it's a little shocking at times just how much Roblox games have progressed over the years. So this game, it's interesting to say the least. It's probably the only game I'll talk about today which is actually gameplay focused rather than a story, if you couldn't tell already. The game starts with some shitty TV broadcast that gets cut off with us starting our challenge of grabbing 5 different colored cursed orbs to return to Mr. Freaky. If we stay too long in the dark, we get jump scared and we have a total of 3 lives before it's game over. Wants to fucking get me, but too fucking bad.
Okay.
I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid! Fuck. Okay. Oh, I actually might die.
Near back shots.
Oh! That was a lot less scary than I thought it'd be. After night 1, we finished a broadcast that explains our super senior Gojo has gone crazy and we run like hell. Run! God damn it! God, it's shaking so much! Right?
The camera panning is insane.
Like, I'm being serious when I say it literally twisted so much that it ran into the fire. The next part of the game is definitely the worst because we have to hold E to fill up our meter to place 3 different talismans up to a charge of 80 before it's 6 AM FNAF style. God, I forget how slow this shit is.
I was gonna say, I forgot it was only 10.
Even if we get all 3 up to the right amount of charge, we still don't win until it's 6 AM. So we gotta hold tight before Gojo tries to grab us.
Taking his time.
How long do I have to keep talking before he shows up and this?
It's okay, you didn't need to say anything.
See, we're fine, alright? Get back in! I feel like he's gonna spawn soon, so I'm gonna get the centerpiece. You've gotta be fucking kidding me! No. I might die. I might.
Can you revive yourself?
No! Just walk right back in here. There he is! It's that guy! The pedophile!
Did we do it?
Wait,
we did it!
We won?
We beat it!
Yeah, okay.
But where's the 3rd night?
Yeah, you have successfully sealed Gojo, but he broke free from the seal. At least you managed to escape from Jujutsu High. So what? That's literally it?
There was only 2 nights.
I thought there was more!
Okay.
After the first attempt, we decided we needed to try again, but with more people to see the difference, and it didn't go great. Wait, you're here, but you're not loaded in.
Fine. Yeah, my internet's fine though. I guess I'll just wait, cause I'm not here.
You're kidding!
I'm not in the game.
What the fuck? I died!
I'm stuck on the... Oh, I just got killed! What?
No, wait! No! This guy, he bought Jump Scare All! He bought that shit! Asian rice farmer bought that fucking jump scare! The chase was certainly more difficult to say the least.
250! I cannot do 250!
We can though! We can!
You're here? You're still alive?
I am here! We're gonna reach 250 in no time at all! Cause we're super! Come on, please, for the love of God, reach 250! Super! Alright, so we gotta retry.
Okay, there's definitely someone else alive.
No, I'm just mashing E so much faster now. You're welcome. There we go.
Yes!
It's so hard. I'm so hard. The finale of charging talismans became slower for each person having even less charge to feed the talisman. So we waited a lot longer than before, but it didn't matter anyways. Some of us still became victims.
I like how you say that as if it weren't the case. Asian rights farmer!
Please, no!
You let him go!
He just died!
Wait a minute!
Easily the most engaging and terrifying game we've played this month. It goes to the very top of the list, of course. Our final game today, Funeralopolis Last Days. I don't think I said it right, but that who gives two shits. Before we start delving into the game itself, I think it's much more important to mention that this isn't a full game, but a prologue for a much bigger project that will eventually release one day. So expect a lot of confusion and no answers for things. Once we load into the game, we realize, holy shit, there's cutscenes! This is the first time I'll mention it for this video, but the game has a very great atmosphere. In just a short minute of hearing the music, seeing the landscape, and how our protagonist talks in the dialogue, we have a general idea of life in this sad little city. As for you, the main character, you don't have a name. You're just the overseer for the apartment building, who's a bit way too into radios. Speaking of which, it's time to fiddle with it right now. I wonder what's going on. The dark sky and lack of people out there is no accident. Whatever happened to the sky, no one knows. The air quality is worse than being in California on September 9th, 2020. He has some notes he has written down to himself, summarizing how he landed his position as the overseer, and when he constructed his radio to be able to eavesdrop on the church's channel. Church are very important people. Make sure you remember them. After eating some nice little dinner, his only thought is to check the radio again. And it turns out the church is also terrified of this new unknown liquid since it can move on its own.
Oh no.
Looks like that crack in our wall became a hole, and we need to see how it looks on the other side. Looks like nothing's there. Time for some shut-eye.
God, no. Hey, Adam. Okay, wow, that you came out of nowhere. Okay. Don't do that to me next time, you fucking bastard.
Except we don't get any quite yet because of this spooky motherfucker in our way hiding behind corners. Now let's actually get some sleep. Just fucking kidding. We don't get any. It's the middle of the night now. And I'm scared. Listening back to the radio again, we hear that the church is evacuating people in buildings in the dead of the night. And when we go check it ourselves, we aren't alone there. This game has some proper cutscenes. Honestly, short and few as they are, they help the game a lot. We finished that ordeal and head back to get some sleep as we enter day 2. It's standard protocol now to automatically check on the radio, so we just gotta accept it.
Fatality, oh shit.
The news is reporting that people in the city are leaving, but are struggling because of the huge amount of people leaving at once. And the church radio is continuing to evacuate people in buildings with marked and dangerous activity. Sound familiar? Approaching our hole in the wall, it's made clear that there's a small noise coming from inside this pitch black void. So we decide to get our tools to record it to satisfy our curiosity. Getting a tool from our overseer office, we run into a member of the church who comes in without knocking, asking us if we've seen anything strange in the building lately. This is where we get to make a choice that defines our ending. Tell her the truth about the hole in our wall emitting noise, or keep it a secret and satisfy your curiosity. Naturally, as a selfish man, I took my opportunity here with lying. Heading back to the room, we finish setting up the recorder, and after another fine meal, we do our mandatory radio check to see nothing special going on. Well, enough time has passed, so let's check on that hole. It's not a big deal anyways.
Uh-oh. Oh god, what the fuck? What the shit? The hell's in that hole? My hand, oh no.
It's time to clean up the floor. After mopping up that dried blood, we realized our hand isn't getting cleaned, as if the color of our skin turned blood red on just our right hand. Knocking on our door shows us that someone creepy is there, looking almost eager, and now we gotta do some maintenance down the hall. As we're in the middle of repairs, a creepy old guy opens the door to grab our hand with a sick smile on his face. It seems like he's aware and very interested about our red hand. Back inside the apartment, the radio news station is telling us an incident happened right outside our apartment, and we can see a very, very bloody mess. Our vision goes red and an earthquake causes the roads and electrical towers to collapse. All the while, the hole in the wall expands even further. The radios update the situation that earthquakes have been appearing all around the city, and the private church broadcast is explaining the bloody red incident before the earthquakes. A man covered head to toe in red skin lunged and attacked someone, and when apprehended, all exposed skin on church members is under extreme irritation. After taking some painkillers, it looks like we saw someone taking a peek into our apartment. We couldn't care less, however, and before heading back to bed, we decided to cover up the hole just in case. Now it's time to get some good sleep. The day is unknown, the time is unknown. It's darker than ever, and the radio has a message for us. Something's very wrong, but we don't know it yet. Back in bed is a disgusting amalgamation of flesh in our bed, but the weirdest part is that we're speaking to it as if we know the answers and what's going on. We can't escape what's happened, and it promises us that it won't hurt, and that we won't be alone for it.
What in the fuck was that?
When we wake up, our arm is more deformed and disgusting, not even resembling anything human anymore. A tenant knocks on the door begging us for help because her husband won't wake up, but in our sorry state, we can't help at all and just apologize to her. The hole is gone now, but the table fitted to cover it has almost merged with the wall itself.
The fuck? It's molded into the wall.
Checking with the radio one final time, we see that the news has found out about the mass relocations done by the church, and hearing the private frequency, the church has an anonymous tip to check our building. Looks like our time is up. That's a lot of info to take in, huh? Looks like Adam gave the tip to the church, but as they arrived, the creepy old man had transformed into some kind of monster. And when we look outside, giant monsters have started to destroy the city and one takes notice of us. There's two possible outcomes for it. We died with everyone else in that building from the monsters, or we became one as their body continuously transformed after contact with the hole. But what would have happened if we made a different choice? What happens if we tell the church about our hole before we ever became infected? We may be alive, but they call it a good ending is an exaggeration. Everyone we knew at those apartments are dead and gone. Seems like the hole was what attracted the monsters, and the church is hiding more than they let on if they saw the hole and immediately became distressed at the sight of it. And that's Funeralopolis. Like I said before the story breakdown even happened, the game isn't even close to being complete. It's nothing more than a prologue for a full project to eventually release one day. I think here it deserves the same attention and recognition as Bad Parenting, for the quality that there is and the potential to come from it. Those were 4 different horror games that I played for this Halloween, and I'll link all of them in the description so you guys can formulate your own opinion by playing them. This video took a very long time to get out, and I'll admit, like 50% of the wait was kind of my own fault. But depending on how you guys like this kind of content, I'll upload more of this. But in the meantime, make sure you subscribe because I want that sweet YouTube money one day. And to like all the videos so I know that you like them. And that's all. See ya.